All right, I am ready with this one. You got that clip ready? Fantastic clip. This is a crazy film. I mean, wild group. You got the perfect clip for it. I was really smart getting that trailer. I appreciate you, Marvin. Thank you for that. All right, let's do it. Good afternoon. I'm Steve S.H. Walters reporting for Breaking News 500 here in Vero Beach, Florida. Today's topic is the film, The Choirboys. Now, before we get on to The Choirboys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please take a second and just go bing, subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. We greatly appreciate you, and we appreciate our loyal subscribers. Thank you for that subscribe. Now, let's get right to The Choirboys. How many of you seen the film? Quite a lot of you. Well, a lot of you probably haven't and are wondering, what is The Choirboys? And so I'm going to explain it the best I can because it's kind of a tricky film. Now, this film was released in 1977, directed by Robert Aldrich, stars Charles Durning, Gossett Jr., Perry King. And there's a host of other famous actors that came out of this film, like James Wood and Don Stroud and Burt Young, and Vic Tayback's in this film. A lot of great actors are in this film. Now, this film was based on the book by Joseph Lombard in 1975 off of his novel, but they made a lot of changes, and we'll touch on that in a little bit. And the basic story is, it's a group of crazy, wild LA cops. Does that surprise you? No. Well, we're going back to the 70s, and they were wild and crazy back then. Now, these cops, they were kind of like a rowdy bunch. They like to party. They like to drink. They like to play pranks on each other. They like to get in fights, cause trouble. You start to wonder if they even care about their job. Do they even want to do their job professionally? Well, Marvin's got a great clip. It's the trailer of the film. Kind of gives you some clips of what's going on in this film, of what a rowdy bunch it is. Are you ready, folks? You ready? You ready, Marvin? He's always ready. All right, Marvin, great clip. Let's give it to him. Are you ready? Roll the clip.
I'm Scooz, Sergeant Scooz, Vice Squad. Maybe you read about me in the bestseller, The Choirboys, like 6 million other people. Now it's one crazy movie. Meet my fellow officers.
Bloomguard?
Readings and hallucinations there, Sergeant, you know.
Proust? Sartino?
Here.
Oh, you you're crazy! I'm gonna kill you!
Potts?
Yeah. Don't you boys get in any trouble now.
Be careful in the dark streets tonight, Turkey.
Wayland? It's your landlady. We will ask her what she wants.
What she wants?
She said if you don't make those people put on their bands, she's gonna call.
Oh, yeah? Well, you tell her there are no cops left to call.
There's no guy left.
Oh, you're back. What do you think about that clip? Woo! Wild clip. Did Marvin pick out a great trailer, a great clip, huh? Oh, a wild group of crazy cops. Well, you see, they were nicknamed or called the Choirboys. Now you think, why the Choirboys? They went to choir practice. Well, they didn't really go to choir practice. What choir practice was it was drunken parties to let off steam, usually at MacArthur Park or somebody's apartment or house, because of the stress of their job. You know, they had to go to choir practice. Get drunk, let off steam. You know, we get it. Now, there was a lot of friction on this set because the writer didn't like the way the film was going. It wasn't following his book like they were supposed to. See, he was a California police officer from 1960 to 1974 for 14 years. He started writing the book in 1967. He published his first book, New Centurions, in 1971. Now, the film was going so off-kilter from his book that it caused a lot of arguments and problems with the set and with the director and with him, and he didn't want no part of this film. He said, I want my name off of it. He sued the production company. He got paid $1 million and got his name off the credits. Well, the production company didn't really care. They paid the $1 million. They brought another writer in, and they said, we'll let him take over the rest of the writing for this film, and we'll do our own thing. So they kind of did their own thing. It was based on the book, but they kind of went their own direction with the film. Now, the LA Police Department has a lot of different divisions in that city. It's a huge city. You got the South Bay, you got the East Side, the West Side, the Valley, the Central area, Pico and Robertson area. I know the city. Well, this was based on the Wilshire Division of the LAPD. And on top of all that, I was going to tell you something else. Oh, that's right. This is a special treat, folks. Are you ready for this? You ready for this? See this photo? Well, pretty wild scene in the film. That was James Wood, Don Stroud, and Phyllis Davis. Now, that's basically based on a dominatrix scene in the film, which I won't tell you too much about that. But when Phyllis Davis auditioned for the part, she nailed it and she got the part. She was up against Lana Wood, who was the sister of, or is the sister of Natalie Wood. And also she was up against Julia Newmar, who played Catwoman, for that part. But she did such a great job with audition, they said she's it, they hired her. But she knew nothing about the life. She knew nothing about being a dominatrix. So she got one of those local papers in LA called the Hollywood Free Press, which had a lot of, watch my wording, a lot of crazy ads, wild ads, kind of sexual ads, and a lot of different things go on in that paper. Well, she got that paper, she made some phone calls, met with some people, got some crazy entertaining people, and she said, you know, now I can do the part. I got enough information, I feel comfortable doing the part, and she did a great job. Now in the film, she was under surveillance by the cops. Now what would happen here is one of the cops, Perry King, well, you see this photo? That's Perry King. Don't recognize him, do you? Well, he's there seeing her getting his beating. She gave out beatings. Oh my God. Well, the other cops found out about it, and they know Perry, of course. What are you doing? What are you seeing her for? Oh, it's a crazy thing. You have to watch the film. Now, we've got a special treat. It's 2 quotes. That's all it is, just 2 quotes. And I got to put Marvin back to work. You're going to love this, folks. I got to do it justice, put my glasses on. All right, Marvin, you know what we got? Special quotes. So you know what I'm going to ask for? Drum roll, please. Thank you, Marvin. All right, folks, are you ready for this? 2 special quotes. Now, as I was telling you the problems about the writer and the director and all that they had issues on this film, well, after the film was done and finished and edited and being screened and everything and being shown, the original writer, Joseph Lombach, well, he went and saw the film. Now, he's all settled. He's got his money and he's not on the credits no more. He's all taken care of. But he still wants to see the film, see what they did, and I don't blame him. I would too. And this is what he said about the film. He said, it's a dreadful, slimy, vile film, sleazy, insidious film. There was no serious intent to it. It was an insult to me and every self-respecting cop in America. I guess he was pretty upset about it. Now, the director, Robert Aldrich, had a response to that, what he said, and this is what he said. He said his book doesn't go far enough into the issues, not showing the cops being racist, taking bribes, or wanting to be stormtroopers. I think you got to show LA cops to be as brutal as they really are, and the writer can't handle that. He never touched the fact of that in the book. Well, I kind of have to agree with the director, because it's a whole different breed, these big city cops, especially in LA. And I've had some experience with them, but I'm not going to tell you any of those stories. Isn't that nice of me? What do you think? Pretty wild, wild film. You can see it on iTunes, Amazon, YouTube, a few other places. Check it out. Watch it again if you've seen it. And if you haven't seen it, you got to go see it. There's so many great scenes in this film. I want to hear one of your favorite scenes, because they're just a wild, rowdy group. My favorite scene was the big fight scene in the apartment complex. I won't tell you any more about that, but that big fight scene with the LA cops, I thought that was great. And there was just plenty of beautiful fight scenes and things, these guys got into. All right, well, hope you've enjoyed this report. I'm Steve S.H. Walters reporting for Breaking News 500. Have a great day.